We just had an ultrasound yesterday, actually, but it's really cool. It's not 3D. It's 4D.
What, they like sculpt a little baby and hand you, this is what your kid's going to look like?
That's what it looks like. It looks like somebody's done some kind of claymation of the silhouette of a baby face. And
nuts.
you can totally tell whether it's a boy or a girl. It is going to be cursed with my nose. So I feel sorry for you, kid. Sorry. It's genetics. You can have it work done when you're, 18. That's my promise. You can get a nose job when you're 18.
Yeah, it's already given you permission.
And I've already noticed stuff about the pregnancy that's so different this time because we have 2 kids already. We got my son, Joe, who's 5, my daughter, Audrey, who is 3, and whatever this one's going to be, boy or girl, we're not going to find out. But things are so different now. For instance, when my daughter needs help with the bathroom, my wife's playing the pregnancy card. Oh, I can't smell anything like that. I'm going to get sick.
Oh,
I can't help give them showers because, I got a baby and it hurts my back to bend over.
You don't get to give her crap. No.
I was playing the pregnancy card, I think.
If she's very, I know a lot of women who get very sensitive to smell when they're pregnant. And if that's the case, then you should do it. You're not sensitive to smell,
I
dude.
am not. I am impervious to all smells.
you're an a-hole.
I think she's playing the pregnancy card. Everything. Hey,
No, your wife, dude. Your wife. I remember when she was pregnant with Joe. Was it Joe or Audrey? No, it was Audrey. It's like you found out she was pregnant.
Yeah.
It was like 10 minutes after you found out she was pregnant. So she's like half a day pregnant, and she's like, "Excuse me, pardon me. Can I have 4 pizzas? I'm eating for 2 now." Do you remember that? I remember your face. You were like, "What the hell? Excuse me."
Here's what she would do to me. I would try to cook healthy for us. So she was on bed rest. My wife was on bed rest. And here's what would happen. She'd call me from the bedroom, which is on the other side of the wall. And, hey, Rich, what's going on? I was just making some dinner. Yeah, what do we got going tonight for dinner? I'm like, I made some chicken breast and some broccoli and some sweet potatoes. Uh-huh. Click. Papa John's. Hi, it's Christy. Yeah, you want the meat lovers again? Yeah, I'll take the meat lovers. All right, we'll be over in a few minutes. So she would deny my food for the pizza every single time.
You should have made more delicious treats.
So if it's a boy, you'll name him Papa John.
I feel like the pregnancy card comes up a lot. I'm not saying that women that are, because it is a beautiful thing to carry somebody's child. I just feel like I'm making a lot of extra bathroom runs and she's using the pregnancy card.
As you should.
You should. I should do it and just go, okay, you're carrying the baby. I'll go clean up everybody in the bathroom.
Yes.
Everything. Hey, this dog doesn't smell so good. Will you take her out? Will you take her out? Everything smells bad to her.
And your response should be gladly.
You pitch to her, doctor said it's good for you to get out and do these things.
The doctor thinks that you should be cleaning up the children after they go to the bathroom.
So what's the name dilemma?
Okay, well, so here's the thing. This is really more of a service to our listeners. You know how when you meet people and they tell you baby names, somebody usually says, that's a great name, or, oh, I hate that name. Now, this is our 3rd kid, so I'm not really sold on any particular names yet, and we don't know if it's a boy or a girl. But I would hate to be talking about my child on the radio and bring up a name that somebody listening hates for whatever reason. So let's say, for instance, you hate the name Becky because Becky was mean to you in grade school and you've always hated that name. So whatever name that you would never name a child, I want to know what that is so we don't go with that.
Have you ever heard that name, John Jay?
Yes, I have.
Don't do that.
It's the journalism degree. Work it on her. So I want to know what names. I'm not looking for baby names that you like. I'm looking for baby names that you absolutely despise. It can be for the stupidest reason of all time. I just want to know what people hate so I don't go down that road.
Like does this make them hate the person?
Yeah.
Like when you meet someone and their name is this, you don't like them?
Right, because it reminds you of somebody. Yeah, I'm sure you've got some names like that.
I will. I mean,
yeah, because it could go elsewhere, too, because there's other names where I'm like, oh, I feel bad. Like, that must be a family name or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I've got some, there's generally, there's the type of people I've run into.
Mm-hmm.
They all have like men. There's a lot of men named Dennis that I don't click with.
I can see that's true. This teacher I was talking to yesterday, I said, are there any names that you like or don't like? And she started in. This is what inspired me. She said, you know what? I've been teaching for 35 years, and I've never had a Jeremy in class that's a good Jeremy. They're always brats. So if you want your kid to be a brat, name him Jeremy.
I feel like most Zachs end up being jerks, too.
There you go. A kid named Zach.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking for names to avoid. Not names for the kid, but names to avoid.
Is there a name that in your life that you like to avoid, that you definitely are not going to name your kid because you hate this person?
Yeah, there's probably a couple of them. And it's very simple, and I hate if there's somebody out there just named strictly Bill. But there was the Bill that was at my babysitter's who ate his own boogers, and it just grossed me out. And whenever I see the name Bill, I'm like, I bet that was a paste eater when I was a kid. So I can't go with Bill or William. Yeah. No offense to any Bills or Williams. I just can't do it for my own kid.
David in Phoenix, What should Rich not name his kid?
I would say Jack. It's too plain, and I know I knew a Jack that I worked with, and everybody else that worked with, had a lot of personality, a lot of character, and Jack was just, I don't know, he was there, and he kind of just took space after a while.
You don't want a kid that just takes space up. You want to name them something strong. But just like finding a positive name, it's good to avoid the negative names that people hate for whatever reason.
I don't know. I only know a kid named Jack, and he's like a year old. I don't know any adults named Jack.
In the box.
Yeah,
That's
what about
it.
that one?
That's all I got. I can't think of any guys named Jack that I know. Outside of Jack Shepard from Lost.
And he's cool?
There's probably a reason for that.
Yeah, thanks, David. Carol in Mesa.
I don't think that you should name a baby Katie.
Katie. Ooh, Katie could
That's
be
a pretty
cute
common name.
I know.
Why? What happened there?
Everybody, when I was pregnant with my daughter, was naming their baby Katie.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted to name my daughter Katrina.
Uh-huh.
And I just hate the name Katie. And her grandfather said that if I named her Katrina, that he would call her Katie.
Uh-huh.
I ended up naming her Heather.
Ooh, that's a good one. Just to stay away from Katie.
Well, you got to stay away from Katrina anyway. Ever since Hurricane Katrina, I was like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That probably wouldn't have been a great name, but...
Everybody I've ever met with this name has always been like evil. Darth Sidious. So it's just like, my son Darth Sidious. Ooh,
wow, hey, stay away from him. Darth Sidious not doing a lot of volunteering. No.
Christy in Goodyear, what name should Rich stay away from for his kid?
Do not name her Ginger or Brad.
Ginger or Brad? Okay.
Brad sounds like a bully, and Ginger sounds like a stripper.
Ginger does kind of sound like a stripper. No offense if your name is Ginger and you're
Haven't
not
met a lot
a
of
stripper,
Gingers.
or if you are a stripper. No offense.
But just real quick, can I give you some good names? Because I got some really awesome girl names.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, lay 'em on me.
Okay, Marley Rain, Jasmine Monique, or Sophia Rael.
Yeah, Jasmine Rain does not sound like a stripper name at all.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Jasmine
Ginger
Rain.
sounds like a stripper, but Jasmine Rain.
I think just the names by themselves, Jasmine and Rain, not so stripper-like. But when you put them together,
No, Marley Rain.
Oh, Marley Rain.
Yeah.
I like those. I do like those names of like weather,
Yeah.
like summer, rain, winter, or fall.
16's a good name. How's it going? I'm 16.
just
Raymond.
name the kid whatever number, the date that they actually are born on.
Why not?
Raymond, what name should Rich stay away from?
Hey, just a side note. What about that name you came up with a few months ago, John Jay? The.
I think The is the most clever name I've ever heard of. You ever heard my argument for that?
Awesome. If I ever have a kid, I'm gonna definitely name him The.
If I have another kid, he will be named The.
T-H-E.
T-H-E-E. The. That's the first name. 'Cause here's let's say okay, your name is Kyle. What's your middle name?
Anne.
No. Okay. Let's say your middle name is Kyle. A lot of people go by their middle name.
Yep.
But if you're on the birth certificate, if your name is The, T-H-E-E, and your middle name is Kyle, and when someone says, what's your full name? You have to say, The Kyle. Unfug. That's your last name, right?
Yeah.
See,
What
for
are you
me,
laughing at that for? Her
because
last name's Unfug.
Unfug is freaking hysterical.
It sounds like a cuss.
So it's like to be the Rich Barra. You get what I'm saying? It almost gives you a title like you're a captain or you're a baron or you're a duchess.
That's a very like Michael Jackson thing to do, like Prince Michael.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you've already anointing them.
Are
something.
you the John J. Van Ness? Yes, I am.
In fact, that is true.
But
It's a
then what if
pretty
they
good
don't
one.
put the middle name in there? Then you're just the Van S. But
Yeah,
there's
whenever-
plenty of you.
Some
but
teacher call you Fee all the time.
You put the middle name. You have the has to be the first name. You have to have a middle name, and you have to go by your middle name. Like Rich is no, you don't go by your middle name. There's a lot of people who go by their middle name, and like my nephew Connor.
What's his first
His
name?
name is Robert.
It is?